Hey, what's going on, guys? Josh from TrailBuilt, and today we're going to be doing basically like a first impressions of the new 2020 Jeep Wrangler with the 3-liter V6 diesel. So we're going to basically just take this Jeep for a spin, give some impressions on how we like it, what we feel about it or think about it, and let you guys know. And that way, if you are interested in getting a diesel Wrangler, you'll have a little bit of insight on that, guys. And don't forget, we do have our Raceline giveaway going on right now, only until September 4th. So there is a limited number of t-shirts as well, but for your guys' chance to win a set of Raceline wheels, make sure and check out our website. It's trailbuiltoffroad.com and then /giveaway. Also, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button so that way you guys can hold on to the ride with us. Ready? Let's check this thing out. So first impressions, I'm checking to see if there's any glow plugs. So you think a traditional diesel, you think glow plugs, you got to turn the key, let the glow plugs warm up, whereas this one, it's just a matter of putting your foot on the brake, hitting the button, and within a second, it fires right up. So it's not too noisy. You can tell it's a diesel. Really, actually kind of sounds like a 4-cylinder gas engine. I know Jeep did a lot in sound deadening, so you don't get a lot of that rattle noise from the diesels. So it is pretty quiet just on startup. So let's go take this thing for a spin, see how much power it's got, see how we do on fuel economy. Really, that's a big advantage with the diesel engine, is you're supposed to be able to get a little bit more fuel economy, longer range. However, with that said, the upcharge for the diesel is $4,000. Not to mention, you can't get it in a manual, so you have to pay the additional $2,000 to get the 8-speed transmission as well. So you're looking at about $6,000, comparing that to like a regular Wrangler with the standard engine and transmission. So it's quite a price tag just to get the diesel. I would say you'd have to be doing a lot of driving to make up that difference in what it costs in the $6,000 upcharge to make that back in the fuel economy. So we'll see. Let's go check it out, see how it goes. So right off the bat, it's definitely, the power curve is definitely noticeable. It does have some good acceleration. I mean, I was barely into the throttle at all, and I mean, we're already up to speed, which is pretty quick here. Can hear the rattle of the diesel just a little bit. We're doing about 45 miles an hour, and you hit the gas and you can tell it's a diesel. So right off of that acceleration here in the roundabout, it was a little sluggish. As soon as I hit the gas pedal or diesel pedal, it did take a little bit to get going. So I think right off of a dead stop, you got to get into it a little bit harder to go faster, I guess, especially if somebody's coming and you're in a hurry. So we're on a straightaway here. I'm gonna punch it. Dang, wow, it's got some decent acceleration. That was basically a 40-mile-an-hour floor it up to about 60, and it didn't take long to get there at all. It definitely has some decent pickup. It's definitely quiet. I mean, it's not your typical loud knocking diesel by any means. And then these EcoDiesels do also have the newer emissions on them, where they have the diesel particulate burn off filters on there. So it does have a urea tank or diesel exhaust fluid tank backed by the regular diesel tank. That's about 5.1 gallons, and Jeep claims under normal service that you'll get around 10,000 miles before you'll have to refill that urea tank, which sounds like a lot. So I don't know, I guess I'm a little skeptical about that. I'd like to hear some realistic reviews and feedback on if it actually does take 10,000 miles to empty that urea tank. My guess is probably not unless you're maybe a old slow driver. All right, guys, so we're gonna take her up to highway speed. I'm just gonna floor it and we're gonna see how good it does. So, dang. All right, so there's 65 right there. Not bad. I think it was pretty impressive. It definitely has some good power. So, but again, we're still running stock wheels. It's got the 245, 75, 17s maybe?
I think so.
But they are 245, 75, so it still has the stock factory tires on it. I'd imagine you can bump up to a 35 and not have to worry about re-gearing, because it does have quite a bit of power. So highway noise, it's a Jeep. I mean, there's enough said right there. You get the wind noise of the windshield because it's almost straight up and down. Not a lot of noise from the engine. So don't think you'll be too disappointed with the power that it has. And even right now, at 60 miles an hour, our current or instant fuel economy is telling us we're right around 28, 29 miles to the gallon. So, and that's what it says right on the window sticker, is that you'll get right around 29 miles to the gallon on the highway, and then in the city it's rated for about 22 miles to the gallon. So respectable numbers for being a Jeep Wrangler. So now that we've tried out the Jeep on the road to see how the acceleration is, the noise, what I want to do next is we're going to go find somewhere to take it off-road. And I want to throw it in 4 low, and I want to get a feel for how the throttle response is from a dead stop. So if you're rock crawling with the diesel, or you really need to pin it to get up a hill, I want to feel how that acceleration will be from basically idle. So this is also the same diesel engine that they have, that Ram has in their 1500s as well, built by VM Motari, or however you want to say it, which Jeep is owned by Fiat, and Fiat is half owners of VM Motari. So kind of an interesting fun fact there. So then the question I have is if they're going to throw it in the TRX that Ram just introduced, which, by the way, guys, we're going to do a review on the TRX as well as soon as we can get our hands on one. We're going to take that bad boy, we're going to go do some off-roading with it. All right, guys, so I got it in 4 low, and we're in manual mode, first gear, and I'm just going to let off. I'm going to do this. Well, it revs pretty quick. All right, so that was a brake and a gas. That was holding the brake, hitting the gas pedal, and then taking off. So now I just have my foot on the brake, and I'm just going to switch over to the gas pedal and just hit it, just to see how it does, see how the throttle response is. Oh yeah, there's definitely some lag there. It's not bad. It does spool up pretty quick, but you can tell that in that first second or so that it's just like a dead spot. So you have to anticipate your hills. If you're rock crawling, you have to anticipate your rocks a little bit more to compensate for that lag in that dead spot right off the throttle there. So it idles right around that 800 mark or so, and then up to about 2,500 RPMs to about 3,000 RPMs, there is that lag. So until about 2,500 is when it really kicks in. So 800 to 2,500, there's that dead spot that you have to compensate for if you need to bump your front tires up a rock or hill or ledge or whatever it may be. But it's not bad, especially once the turbo spools up, then it really kicks in. Then you can definitely feel that power. But with 442 foot-pounds of torque, it shouldn't have any problem, even with 35-inch tires, having enough power to get up whatever obstacle you're trying to climb. Oof. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez there, guy. There's a total dead spot on dead stop acceleration, and it's right around that 2,000 RPMs or so. So you're stopped, car's coming, you have to floor it, and it is slow to respond. I mean, I'm talking a couple of seconds before the turbo spools up and you actually get going. So one thing to definitely keep in mind if you need to get somewhere in a hurry, cross an intersection or whatever it may be, is that the diesel is going to have that throttle lag. going to have that dead spot right off of your dead stop. So that part kind of sucks. But once the turbo spool's in, you're good to go. I mean, you're hauling ass and you're gone, but it just takes a little bit to do that. Oh boy, here comes another Jeep. I'm going to have to wave. Oh, should I do the 2 fingers?
Yep.
He didn't wave. Mother. All right, guys, so now that we've driven the Jeep with the new EcoDiesel, did a little bit of, I wouldn't even call it off-roading, just a little bit of going on the gravel, throwing it in 4-low, trying it out, seeing how the diesel ran, seeing how it performed, how loud it was. To sum everything up, I think it's pretty decent. Personally, the $6,000, well, $4,000 for the engine, $2,000 for the automatic transmission that you have to have because they don't have it in a standard, is a little pricey for my blood. This is a Sahara with a few extra options on it, and window sticker price is $49,000, which I know prices of vehicles are going up nowadays, but that's a little too pricey for my blood. I think I would still go with the gasser myself. But if you are looking for that little bit of extra fuel economy, you know, the diesel may be a great way to go. It's quiet, seemed to run pretty good, runs on the highway pretty nice. Seems like it definitely has plenty of power. So hopefully this video has sort of given you guys a little bit more insight on the new EcoDiesels. And if you guys do have any questions, just make sure and let us know in the comments below. And also, guys, if you are looking to lift your Jeep or Toyota or whatever it is you might have, remember to check out our suspension on trailbuiltoffroad.com. Other than that, guys, don't forget to pick up your t-shirt for the Raceline giveaway. And as always, we appreciate all of you for watching. I'm Josh from Trail Built, and we'll see you guys back again shortly.